Okay, we meet again. I thought I wouldn't need to make this video, but in reality, there are many guys who are still too vague about setting up a fleet, especially how to install equipment for their fleet. Achieve maximum efficiency, with a limited amount of equipment. First of all, before we continue this video, I want to remind you of the basic formation that I mentioned in the first video, with 2 rows main and front consisting of tankers and semi-tankers. The following 2 rows, back and flag ship, includes the main damage-dealing ships. If you still have questions about it, watch the video again, here, or the link below the description. Then come back here and let's continue. Okay, let's get to the main part. The first row consists of super tanks. Put your thickest skinned monsters there. 75% of the damage taken by the fleet is concentrated in this row, and usually the ones who die first, so gather all the best resistance equipment for them. A little analysis of my tank line. Mechanical with a huge amount of shields, they need more resistance equipment. In my calculations of another video, I also put the link below the description. This is the most appropriate ratio for the best resistance. Add 1 anti-missile equipment box, because missile weapons are the enemy of ships with large shields. Hunter and Nebula have the same equipment installation method because they both greatly increase their armor index. Full armor equipment here, and resistance equipment here, just like me. This Muska is also a good tank, with the ability to reduce hull damage and increase resistance. This Thawketh is a support ship. They do not have good resistance or damage ability, but the skill helps increase the damage of destroyers by 34% when there are exactly 3 destroyers in the fleet, so, it is a ship worth using in this squad. You can put it in row 2, or 4. As for weapons, these rows do not increase attack power much, so you should equip them after prioritizing the best weapons for the following 2 rows. For the 2 rear rows, flagship and back, these are the 2 rows that take the least damage, and increase the most attack points, so they should be owned by ships with the best attack power. For attack ships, installing equipment is quite easy. They will need to be equipped with the best weapons, and in the unit slot are navigation equipment that helps increase accuracy. That's all they need. About armor equipment, you can equip them with purple or blue equipment, or the remaining equipment after installing the best defensive equipment for the top 2 rows. There are a few things to keep in mind when installing some special. Typically the Argo, it has the skill to deal a fixed amount of additional damage after a certain number of shots of laser weapons. This amount of damage does not depend on the weapon's damage but only on the ship's level. Therefore, equip it with laser weapons with the lowest charge time possible, preferably this Starburst. Or like this Undead Zeus, it has the ability to deal an additional amount of damage after a certain period of time. This amount of damage does not depend on the weapon's charging time but depends on its damage. So its best priority is high damage weapons, and usually they have longer charge times. Okay. To make it easier to remember, I will summarize as follows. All the best defensive equipment should be given priority to the front row, then the main row. All the best attack items and accuracy increasing items should be prioritized for flag ships and back goods, then install the remaining items according to what you have. Installing armor or resistance equipment on tank ships, I have a video tutorial, you can find it in the description. And pay attention to the installation of weapons for some special ships such as Argo and Zeus, etc. Okay, above is how I installed equipment for my main fleet. Hope it can help you. Please reorganize your squad, and try attack me in the ultimate war zone. I am waiting for you. Goodbye and see you again.